Let me set a scene for you. 5 years ago, you were earning around $42,000 a year. You lived in a modest place, drove an older car, and you clearly remember thinking, if I could just get to 70,000, I'd finally relax. I'd finally feel okay. Now fast forward to today. You got the raises. You put in the overtime. You moved up. You're making close to 80,000 a year, almost double what you made back then. You upgraded your apartment. You drive something newer. You eat out more often. And yet, here you are, watching a video about money stress, feeling almost exactly the same pressure you felt when you were earning much less, maybe even more. And the strange part, you're probably already thinking, if I could just reach 6 figures, then I'd finally feel comfortable. Does that sound familiar? My name is Mr. Cashman, and I spend a lot of time thinking about why more never seems to feel like enough. If you keep hitting income goals but never feel satisfied, if your lifestyle improves but your peace of mind doesn't, then this is for you. What you're experiencing isn't a personal failure. It's not poor money management. It's not a lack of gratitude. And it's not that you simply need to earn more. It's a well-documented psychological pattern called the Hedonic Treadmill. Once you understand how it works, you'll see why chasing higher income often feels like running faster without ever getting closer to happiness, and how to finally step off. The hedonic treadmill, also known as hedonic adaptation, describes our tendency to quickly get used to improvements in our lives and return to a baseline level of satisfaction. Win the lottery, and after some time your happiness settles back down. Experience a major setback, and eventually, your emotional state rises again. This isn't theory, it's backed by decades of research. One famous study from the late 1970s showed that lottery winners were not significantly happier than others just a year after their win. In some cases, they even enjoyed everyday pleasures less than before. The brain adapts, that's its job, and it applies the same process to every raise, every promotion, every upgrade you've ever had. A new salary feels amazing at first. A new car feels exciting. A new apartment feels like a major step forward. Then a few months later, it all feels normal, not special, not satisfying, just baseline. Research suggests that for most positive financial changes, it takes only a few months for your brain to recalibrate. What once felt like success becomes your new standard. That's why the finish line keeps moving. Now let's talk about the numbers. Studies from Princeton and later from Wharton found that while income does improve emotional well-being up to a certain point, the effect weakens dramatically beyond that. In practical terms, doubling your income does not double your happiness. The emotional return gets smaller and smaller. More work, more responsibility, more pressure, much smaller gains in satisfaction. This is diminishing returns applied to life. And yet the culture around money keeps telling you to run harder, earn more, upgrade faster, as if the next level finally holds peace. Now look at how this plays out in real life. You get a raise, your income rises, so does your rent, so does your car payment, so does your spending on food, subscriptions, clothes, and convenience. Before long, your monthly margin looks almost the same as it did before the raise. This is lifestyle inflation, the financial version of the hedonic treadmill. Data shows that even high earners often feel trapped. Many people making well over 6 figures still live paycheck to paycheck, not because they are poor, but because their expenses expanded to match their income. The treadmill doesn't slow down, it just speeds up. So does that mean you should never want more, never improve your life? No, the problem isn't desire. The problem is unconscious desire. There's a difference between choosing an upgrade because it aligns with your values and upgrading simply because that's what you do when you earn more. One is intentional, the other is automatic. The treadmill runs on autopilot. It assumes more is better, that the next milestone will finally feel different, but adaptation guarantees it won't. This is where another idea matters, the arrival fallacy. It's the belief that happiness exists at a future destination, a certain income, a certain net worth, a certain lifestyle. Research shows the opposite. People are happiest when they are moving toward meaningful goals, not when they finally reach them. Anticipation often brings more joy than achievement. Growth feels better than arrival. This is why people can work for decades toward financial independence, reach it, and feel unexpectedly empty. The goal that gave their life structure disappears, and the happiness they expected doesn't arrive. So how do you step off the treadmill without giving up on progress? First, you anchor your lifestyle. Decide in advance how much of every future raise will go toward improving your lifestyle and how much will go toward building freedom, savings, investments, reduce dependence on work. This prevents your expenses from automatically expanding and makes every upgrade a conscious choice. Second, you practice gratitude deliberately, not in a vague way, but by occasionally imagining what it would feel like to lose what you already have. This breaks the adaptation cycle and restores appreciation for your current level of security. Third, you optimize for time, not just income. Money is useful, but time is the non-renewable resource. Studies show that people who use money to reduce stress and reclaim time are consistently more satisfied than those who spend primarily on status and possessions. Every dollar saved or invested invested is a small piece of future freedom. Not just financial freedom, but time freedom. The real escape from the treadmill isn't earning more to buy more. It's earning enough, then using the surplus to buy your time back. The hedonic treadmill isn't evil. It's ancient mental software designed to keep humans striving. The problem is that in a world of constant advertising and endless comparison, it gets hijacked. You're not broken for wanting more. You're human. But you can recognize the pattern. You can define what enough means. You can choose progress over endless pursuit. You can invest in experiences, in relationships, in time, in freedom, not just in upgrades. You don't step off the treadmill by collapsing. You step off by realizing the race never had a finish line. And once you stop running for an illusion, you can finally start walking toward a life that actually feels like yours.